All right, welcome back today as we continue to talk to agents across the country that residents of Illinois are selling in Illinois and moving to. We're talking with Darren Dowling, who is with Beyond Realty in Sarasota, Florida. Darren, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you got it.
Now,
Stay
I was,
hopefully you're staying warm up there.
you guys are getting some
It,
coldness too, right?
it was -1 yesterday morning.
Okay,
-1. People
and
were
that's
scraping ice.
negative one Celsius, right?
Yeah, sorry, Celsius.
Okay,
So it was
okay,
like 28 degrees
okay.
Fahrenheit. So yeah, people were legit scraping ice off cars yesterday, which is wild.
That isn't that the temperature where they're like the lizards will fall out of the trees and
Oh
freeze.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
my social media algorithm is now all about people with all these iguanas that they've caught that have fallen out of trees and are just like in a coma.
Yeah, yeah. Up here in Chicago, we're happy that it's 28, so maybe -1 Celsius because
Yeah.
this is the warmest we've had in a couple weeks. So
Yeah.
it's good weather. Everyone's in good moods because the sun out and it's 28 and you feel a little bit normal. That's part of the reason why people are moving to Florida for just getting out of these winters. So you're in Sarasota. So talk to me about where Sarasota's at, what the town's like. That's south of Tampa.
Yes, Southwest Florida, about an
Okay.
hour south of Tampa. So typically, when I have guys coming from your great state to relocate down here, they fly into Tampa and then grab a rental car, or they've got friends that pick them up and bring them into town. You might be able to get some. Sarasota does have a small airport, so you might be able to get directly into Sarasota. I'm not sure how the directs and flights work like that, but it is a growing airport as well. And then for my higher net worth clients, I've got one in particular that keeps his plane there. They've got like a private section. So you got some options from an airport standpoint. But yeah, hour south of Tampa, big coastal town, world famous Siesta Key is in my backyard. Number one beach, public beach in America. We typically go backwards and forwards with clear water every few years. Originally started up with the Ringling family, obviously the famous circus family, right? So
Circus family.
it's very artsy, cultured. It's a multicultural town as well. You can go out and, okay, what kind of food do I want, for example, right? It's just, you can get whatever you want. Everything's available. Mix of huge, I wouldn't say huge. We've capped our condos downtown to 18 stories. So you're not going to get that big Miami, Fort Lauderdale, 40, 50 story buildings. I guess similar to like Chicago, right? You're not going to get that here. We've just seen the plans for the new Waldorf Astoria that's going to be going up. We got new Ritz-Carlton building, one park, and a number of really nice higher end, like multi-million dollar condos. Some of them you can get into from the low to mid ones, and then it just goes up from there. I think the Ritz-Carlton's going to be over 3 million for their new tower. But then again, you can our median sales price in Sarasota County is like in the mid fours. So we've
Very
got
affordable.
a swath of options from your bread and butter to, yeah, super high end luxury as well.
So people who aren't familiar with Sarasota, you have the condos, those are closer to the ocean, the actual ocean, and then there's maybe houses and stuff that are off the ocean a little bit more with golf courses. Are there separate downtown areas where you have more of a coastal touristy downtown and then the local downtown
Yeah, so I
for
guess you would break it up like downtown proper Sarasota is we'd just call that downtown. That's where a lot of the new condos are going. The beautiful thing with that is they're requiring the ground floors of all the condos to be commercial. So restaurants, boutiques, shops, that's improving the walkability of the downtown area versus it's just a condo or apartment building, right? Where then there's you got to keep walking to get to the next store, coffee shop, whatever it is. So it's super walkable downtown, views of the bay. Then you've got like Siesta Key Village. I wouldn't say it's downtown, it's just like Siesta Keys, little
okay,
downtown,
yeah.
basically a high street with all the bars and restaurants and stuff on there. And then it goes back to condos and single family homes. On the Keys, you've got a mix of like older condos, which everyone's probably heard in the news, like you don't want an older condo in Florida
Yeah.
right now. Our condo market, I would definitely say that stigma's affected our condo market, especially for these older buildings. That's why downtown, the new stuffs, people are paying top dollar there's no issues with new construction, right? It's just these older ones. But equally, like on Siesta Key, Longboat Key, you've got a mix of the condos, but then you've got beachfront homes as well, or canal front single family homes. So you're never stuck in everyone's, oh, but Florida can be cookie cutter. Yeah, I get that from like the master planned communities and stuff like that, where it's, let's just say, Lennar or Taylor Morrison, DR Horton have built a community and every house looks the same. But when you go into the Keys and downtown, everything's got its own look and feel. So it's got a lot of character to it.
When you have people moving in, whether they're coming in from Illinois or other parts of the country, what are some of the things, and maybe you could take this from your perspective too, because you moved into the Sarasota area. What are some of the things that people are looking for, what they're surprised by, or maybe they didn't realize that would be part of living in Sarasota area?
Yeah, so I guess for me, it's like I've been here now 21 years. So I've
Okay.
actually spent over half my life stateside now than I did in the UK. But for me, what makes Sarasota special is we are a city, but you don't have that hustle and bustle. While
Hmm.
still people complain about the traffic and stuff like that now with all the development and the growth of this area, I just tell people, it's like, go drive down to Miami, go to Orlando or Jacksonville. You,
Yeah.
this isn't traffic. It's just
Yeah.
not. So yeah, it's a city without the hustle and bustle. For me, what I really liked, like I'm from the outskirts of London, so I'm not a real city boy. I'm more like country lanes and stuff like that, winding narrow roads. Moving here and just having all the roads on a grid system, it's like this is amazing. I was like, I know
Easy to
where
figure out.
easy to figure out. Whereas back home, it's just, okay, yeah, you're just all over the place. Nothing makes sense, right? It's just
Yeah.
roads on roads for the purpose of a road existing kind of thing, twisting and turning. And it's just, you got to go out of your way to get to where you want to go thing. Whereas here, grid system, easy to get places, really well laid out. Granted, I'd say some people do complain about, like I said, they do complain about the traffic and stuff like that. In Florida, we pay our taxes in arrears. So I think the only
Mhm.
other state that does that is like Ohio. So when it comes to updating roads and stuff, we're always a little bit behind the eight ball for roads that have already been done. Go up to like Lakewood Ranch, which is the number one master plan community in the country. Ma- Number one selling master plan community in the country. That's all been planned out like way ahead of time. So you don't have those issues there. Just everything works. But yeah, that's what I really liked about it. It's easy to get to the beach. Parking's a little bit harder now, again, just with, wouldn't say busy, but just there's more people here, especially this time of year. Everyone from up north down. Yeah, you're fighting for a bit of parking, but that's where I come in. Be ask the local the secret spots of where to go and where to park. I figured it out, but anyone coming in will figure it out pretty quickly. And yeah, just I guess again, me being from England, you being from Illinois, it's cold, grey most of the time. We have a cool summer, but it doesn't really last that long for us in England. Being here just with the weather, how outdoorsy and an active lifestyle everyone can have, from golf to running, cycling. I'm a big cyclist. I love the big bike lanes and stuff here. And then but we got like legit Ironman triathletes in town, right? That
Oh,
live
wow.
here based on, because it's really easy for all the training and how accessible everything is and the facilities that are here. Yeah, it's just a nice active community as well, which is makes it easier to meet people as well.
Absolutely. You mentioned golf. We've golfed loosely together a couple
Mhm.
times at some different things. Where, if someone's coming into the area, they want to be close to some of the top courses. I'm sure there's a ton of courses, but what are a few of your favorite ones to play?
Yeah, so I'll mention like the public courses, because if you're coming into town, you're not going to be able to get on like Lakewood Ranch Country Club and these places
Sure.
that are just members only. We'll start from the top. Let's go with Waterleaf, right? There is a membership aspect. You could come down, go on Golf Now, get a tee time and stuff like that. It's going to be, I think this is going to be the ninth year in a row it's being used for the US Open qualifier.
Oh, wow.
It's a legit course. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, lots of water. It's in the name. That's a great place to play, especially if you are a decent golfer. Other than that, you can go down to the Lakewood Ranch area and play at River Club, which is a public course. There's Buffalo Creek, you got Greenfield Plantation. I play a little track just because it's 5 minutes from my house. It's just convenient, and then it's 5 minutes away from a craft brewery place that I really like. So it
It's a
makes for a good,
win-win.
it's a
Yeah.
win-win. So that's Tatum Ridge. It's not the prettiest course. It's a link style. It's probably going to get sold to a developer and it's going to be a new construction community at some point. I just know it. And I've seen some bids and stuff going around just being in the industry of knowing what's happening there. Sorry about the dog barking. But yeah, so there's plenty of public courses as well. I could name more. There's
Sure.
Serenoa in South Sarasota. And then what's actually nice is like Lennar build golf course communities. So what they do is when they're new, they're open to the public, right? So like the Corn Ferry Tour, for example, goes to Lakewood National, which is a Lennar community. They got two courses there. One of them's a lot harder than the other one. They're just doing a new golf course community called Calusa Country Club. I can play there until they hit a threshold on homes sold because it's the homes have a deeded golf membership. Dog is really putting me off here. So yeah, you buy a house and the membership's built into your HOA fees. So
Right.
if you're an avid golfer, it's a no-brainer, right? Because
Yeah.
a golf membership, let's just say the Lakewood Ranch Country Club's 100 grand. Lakewood National, the Lennar community, you're around 8,000 a year. So it's
Hmm.
like next to nothing. You got two
Yeah.
courses to play, practice facility, all of that. But I can play Calusa Country Club right now because they haven't sold enough homes there. So you get to play on a really high-end designed course. Granted, sometimes it's not the quietest when you're playing because they're putting a roof on or doing construction and stuff like that. But if you just focus on the course and where you're playing and avoid the peripherals, it's freaking awesome.
That's amazing.
No clubhouse yet or anything like that, but that's why it's a $60-$70 round. I think
Okay.
it might be higher now because we're in season. So they put the prices up and then summer rates kick in. And like I said, if someone's to move here and they want to be more budget conscious with their golf, the summer rates are awesome. You just got to deal with the heat a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's when we've golfed down there. It's hot and humid. And the one thing we don't have any experience with this up here is those alligators popping out of the pond. I've seen some big boys. I'm like, you know what? I'll take the penalty stroke if I have to. I don't need to
Yeah,
need to go.
they usually don't bother anyone. They're more like stay away from safe, more scared of you than anything. But
Yeah.
like at one of ours, I always get a selfie with the guy that hangs out at the 10th tee box, like in the water there. He's
Yeah.
just there popping up his head. So it's like always just taking a picture with him behind. So he's super chill. But
Is
yeah,
that a free drop if you hit by an alligator, do you get a free drop?
that's pretty much I think that's the
Okay.
buddy rule.
All
Yeah.
right.
I don't,
Perfect. Yeah.
you got to be with some horrible friends if they're like play it as it lies.
I got some buddies that would probably make me do that. So I'll come play with you more. In a minute, I'm going to have you show me kind of some examples of houses in Sarasota. I'm
Yeah.
curious though, who's moving into the area currently? Is it retirees, families, investors looking to do Airbnbs being so close to a beach town? What's all that look like?
It's all of the above. So I've got two Canadians right now. Funny story. So it was one of the guys came from a referral from an agent on the other coast. Get text on WhatsApp. And it's funny, you always see on the real estate groups, right? I was like, oh, don't trust anyone on WhatsApp. I was like, this is a little bit different. It's come from an agent that I know as a referral. So all good. Next thing you know, this morning I get a WhatsApp message from someone I don't know. They're not a saved contact. It's his buddy. They're
Oh,
both looking to grow their rental portfolio out of Toronto and start doing stuff here. One of them actually wants to relocate as well here. So I've got 3 deals for this week from just technically a referral where they're looking to basically buy primary and some rental properties as well. I'm working with another, he's actually a first time home buyer, but he's fine renting where he's at right now. He wants to buy a duplex and just get that cash flow money coming in. Equally, are we getting a lot more people again from Illinois? That's probably, I'd say, between New York, New Jersey, and Illinois. That's my 3 relocation hotspots, mainly for tax reasons, right? So I always frame it as this way: Sarasota and just Florida in general isn't as cheap as it used to be, but we've got zero income tax and our property
mhm.
taxes are way lower. So the savings you get there over 10 years is huge. I think I did an example for someone from New York. over 10 years, it's about they'd be saving around $260,000 from state income tax and property taxes. That's a down
Wow.
payment on an investment property. And or you've just put 260 grand in your pocket.
College tuition, whatever you
Yeah,
want.
whatever
Yeah.
you want to do over 10 years. That's not chump change. So yeah, it's all of the above of what
Okay.
we're getting. I'm got local guys in town like last month. So we'll use last month as an example for me. So I had 3 closings last month, just shy of about 3 million in sales volume. One was someone coming from North Carolina, up in the mountains there. They've got family in town. They're getting older. They want to be closer to the grandkids and stuff like that because the travel's just not easy for them anymore. Then I had a buyer, first time home buyer, just bread and butter, sub 300K, was showing them in Sarasota. They ended up going a little bit further south here to Northport, which is the biggest city by landmass in the state of Florida. Probably some of the best value as well for Southwest Florida for what you get. So they did that. And then I had another deal where I had the listing on that one. That was 1.4 million. It was a mid-century modern Ralph Twitchell home. So it's got like historic value to it. And the buyers from there were relocating from Wisconsin. So it's a mixed pot of people coming in from everywhere, locals buying. Like I said, I got some Canadians that are looking at doing investment property. It's a market where we've got something for everyone at the end of the day.
Very good. And I think you have a couple examples to give for some people who, maybe considering the Sarasota area, they can get an idea of what the housing is like and price points and things like that.
Yeah. So you just want me to share my screen?
Yeah, you should be able to share.
Yep. All right. Here we go. All right. Is that Here we go. All right. So this is one of my listings.
Oh,
This
that's
is,
gorgeous.
yeah. So this is a Olympic length pool. It's a 40,000 gallon pool. It's huge, right?
40,000 gallons?
Yeah. 40,000
Holy
gallon
cow.
swimming pool. So you got your Olympic length pool. The kids of this family are legit swimmers. Hence why you've got like the starting deck and stuff that
Yeah.
unclips. And if the buyers didn't want it, that's not stuck there. But you've also got sunken stools in the pool. You've got your sunsplash area and a spa. This is in the Founders Club, probably one of the most unique homes in the Founders Club, which is a golf course community. But if you live here, you don't have to be a member of anything. So this is listed just over 6 million. It's a big boy. It's over 7,000 square feet. Reason I'm showing it, you got a lot of the Illinois connections where obviously
Yeah.
people have bigger homes, right? So the buyer for this house is going to be like a Toms River, New Jersey, upstate New York that wants square footage. That is the one thing that a lot of people have. The kitchen's phenomenal. Everything in this house is phenomenal. That's why it's the price it is, right? It's got 250K of AV in it. It's got coastal outdoor speakers around the pool. This on the right here is a wine dispenser. So imagine
Oh,
a Keurig, but for wine. So you just go up
it's
there, tap
amazing.
if you want white or red, and it pops it out. It's got an LK water dispenser like you'd get in the gym. There's one of them upstairs. Your Melee coffee machine. It's just got everything at
Oh,
the end of the
that's
day.
gorgeous.
Full blown outdoor summer kitchen, executive office, more of the outside. This is some of the speakers that are there. It's an awesome home. You
That's
can
like
be
that's a home that when people picture like luxury Florida living,
this
that's it. The indoor outdoor
exactly.
space flows together. You're in and out of the house. You got the pool. That's amazing.
So it's got everything. It's got a gym, all the rubber matted floor. Can you? Yeah, you can see here it's got like the European accordion sliders. All the windows and doors are impact. It's all on Creston, so you can control all the light, security, the pool, video, audio. This is another office, but this was for the kids. It was like their homework office. So which is wild.
Yeah.
It's got everything. Every bedroom's en suite. This is the fifth bedroom that isn't a bedroom. It's just set up as a driving sim room.
I was gonna say, is that a race car driving simulator?
It's I think a 4-axis race sim.
Man,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
So there's that. This is just a play area essentially. It's got a home theater. So it's got everything. And then it's funny. It's weird. Like the laundry room is probably like my favorite room just because it's just decked out with absolutely everything. And it's got a steamer in it, which is pretty
For
cool.
like ironing and pressing the clothes.
It's like
Yeah.
basically instead of going down the dry cleaner, you just put your suit jackets and dress pants and stuff in there, or for the ladies, their dresses, and yeah, it gets done there. It's got all the bells and whistles. Yeah, it's just a
It's absolutely
really
gorgeous.
it's a this is going it's actually been going in it's going to go in luxury home magazine, so it's got a double page spread in there just
So
because
much
of how it
attention. Yeah.
looks. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's that, and then let me move my zoom toolbar here so I can see where I'm going, and then let's
Yeah. So what's a price point that, let's say someone wants to they just want to move into the area, maybe they under a
so let's
million, but they want a pool. What would something like
okay,
that
let,
cost?
let's just go through this. Like, this
Yeah.
villa doesn't come with a pool, but
Okay.
the cool thing is, let's say you're a snowbird, right? You're just coming down for certain times of the year. What's cool about villas is you get all the upside of a condo without all the stairs and stuff like that and the crazy fees. So this is one we've got listed at 398. So it's sub 400K. It's a 2 bed, 2 bath. Everything gets taken care of. It's in a community called University Village. So you still got an open floor plan. There is
Very,
another version of this that comes with a den.
okay.
But yeah, this
Very
is
low
like,
maintenance, easy living.
yeah, lock your front door and you're done. You got your extended lanai. And if you wanted, you probably could put a pool in. You might have to check with
Okay.
the HOA on that one. I'm not sure, but I think you could. But it's got a community pool anyway. It's got all the community features. That's the upside there. Like, here's your community spa and pool. It's got a little clubhouse and things like that. So you can go sub 400 and still have access to a swimming pool. You got
Okay.
a dog park. It's gated. It's secure for under 400K.
So you
Uh,
really have both ends. You have ultra luxury, right? That the first one you showed was,
yep.
you said 6.5 million, and then you have sub 400. So
Yeah.
there's a wide spread there.
And then I think this is another good example, right? So you want a bit more square footage. So this is quite a big home for the Punta Gorda area. So this is just a little bit further south of me, but you got your 3-car garage, huge living area. Yes, it has stairs. Stairs aren't the most popular in Florida just because of the age demographic, but we're starting to see more townhomes and things like that just because you could, builders obviously can put more properties in if we're going vertical, right? But huge open kitchen, living area. The rooms are massive. I think one of the closets, this is my mum's listing. I think she said one of the closets in that master, it's like a bedroom in of itself.
It's huge.
So yeah, it's not a new home, it's not an old home, it's middle of the road, but you can see the layout here. There's just a lot of big space, big rooms. Look how big that primary is,
That's
and
massive.
389 under
Okay.
400.
And that's about 3,300 square feet.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
just shy. If you're looking for if what I come across a lot when I've got people from Illinois, New Jersey, New York that do come from big square footage and they know they're downsizing, it's really hard for them to get comfortable with anything less than like 2,700 square feet. They're like, let's try 2,500. And the wife's like, where's all our stuff going to go?
Because
So
there's no basements.
there's no basements. No, the equivalent of the basement in Florida is the garage, which is
Okay.
crazy to me because I'm like, it gets hot. I want my car in the garage, but they'll just put them on the driveway and just load the garage up right with everything. So we've got a decent range there. Like I said, our average price range countywide, median price range countywide, just below 450. Some of the new construction guys just south of us are getting really aggressive with pricing. You can get a 3-bed, 2-bath Lennar home in a community for sub 3.
Wow.
So yeah, the upside of what I'm telling people, if you want to save on insurance and carrying costs and stuff like that, is go newer
Okay.
than older. But equally, like the two I showed you there, the villa's pretty new. The other ones are 2005, so it's not an old home, but you'd still be paying less on insurance on something that's brand new. And equally, your first year, it's more of a tax savings play, and this is why I get along with everyone from a high tax state is because I see what they're looking for and wanting is if you go new construction, your first year of property taxes, obviously it will be prorated, right? But that property tax proration is just going to be off the raw dirt because the house hasn't been assessed yet. So
Yep.
you're getting a super heavily discounted first year in a home, and then obviously it will get reassessed and whatnot. But you start at the bottom of the tiered rate,
Tier, yeah.
and you get homestead exemption here as well if it is going to be a primary residence.
What is the value of the homestead exemption, like off the assessed value of the home?
Typically, it's like it knocks down the tax assessed value by 50 grand.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it can't go up more than 3%
Each year.
each year.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get locked in.
Very good. Anything
Yeah.
else you want to mention about Sarasota or move into the area?
To be honest, I might be biased, but I've traveled a lot through Florida. I've never really gone anywhere else. Nowhere has really attracted me to move anywhere else in the state just because of the vibe, the culture, and the feel that Sarasota's got, and just the way the community is here as well. Plus the location. I'm an hour from a major international airport. So when I go back to England, hey, if I don't get any traffic, I can be at the airport in 45 minutes. I'll take that all day. And it's easy to get in and out of. Yeah, plenty of golf, plenty of
The most
places to go
important
by my
part,
bike.
plenty of
Yeah,
golf.
yeah,
Yeah.
plenty of golf. Yeah, it's just a good active community as well, which is always, you always see people out and about. We've got one bridge called the Ringling Bridge that connects downtown Sarasota to St. Armand's Circle, which is quite famous. There's always groups running, walking, people with their dogs, riding bikes. It's always good to see just people out and about because usually, when you're not in those downtown pedestrianized areas, you don't really see anyone. Everyone's just in cars. It's again, it gets hot in Florida. So the one thing for me is there's not many sidewalks places,
Okay.
which technically makes sense. But then you go down to these more the commercial residential areas like downtown, and that's where you just see everyone out and about, and it's really cool to see.
Awesome. Thanks for chatting with me today about Sarasota. We'll put Darren's contact information in the description. And yeah, if you're looking to move to the area, give him a shout. And he'll be happy to take care of you, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I love referrals as well. And yeah, just like I said, helping people out relocating. And I do have a relocation guide as well. So if
Awesome.
anyone wants a copy of that, I can get that to them.
Very good. Thank you so much for joining me
Awesome.
today, Darren.
Thanks, man. You got it.